Xavi i jugar al Barça.
I see huge potential, great talent.
He's something even you or Messi has never done. 16 years old.
Yes, I believe that he's gonna do it. He's gonna be the best players for this new generation.
La rebaña LAMINE que recorta, finta, va a chutar.
No, al final yo creo que como un niño, que al final soy un niño que intenta mostrar su alegría siempre dentro del campo y fuera del campo y nada, feliz con su vida de momento.
Okay, we need to talk about LAMINE YAMAL and his meteoric rise to becoming one of the most dominant, dangerous, and terrifying players in the world of football today. Listen to this, in just 83 club matches, the young Spaniard has already scored 15 goals and provided 21 assists, including 2 historic humiliations of Real Madrid.
No parla tanto. No parla tanto. NPT.
These stats are simply astonishing for a 17-year-old. It's honestly insane. Now, hear me out, because what I'm about to say deserves to be put into proper perspective. On this channel, no one thinks Yamal is better than Messi. If you do, you definitely need to watch more football. At Yamal's age, Lionel Andres Messi had scored just 1 goal in 9 appearances. It wasn't until Messi turned 18 that the greatest player in history began elevating his stats, with 8 goals in 25 games for Barça. That's a huge difference compared to the new Catalan gem, who's having a start to his career that even the GOAT can't overshadow. Another game, another superb highlight from the Spaniard. At this point, it feels like every time he steps on the pitch, he's either breaking a new record or delivering an unforgettable performance. Or, dare I say, Messi-like displays. But how did we get to this point of LAMINE mania? It's been less than 2 years since we started hearing about this football prodigy. He first burst onto the scene at just 15 years old, in the final stretch of the 22-23 season, becoming the youngest debutant for the club since 1922. Right now at Barça, LAMINE YAMAL isn't just a key player. He might even be the most important player on the team. In just 2 years, LAMINE has literally gone from playing in the youth categories at la Masia to being ranked among the top 8 in the Ballon. So, how did he reach this level so quickly? Well, it's all thanks to this. As you may know, LAMINE is Lionel Messi's son. Okay, just kidding. But we could say that LAMINE YAMAL's story begins at this moment, when he appeared in a UNICEF charity photo session where Messi helped Sheila Evana, LAMINE's mother, give him a bath.
Un niño que ha nacido en Esplugas de Llobregat, en Barcelona. Mi padre es de Marruecos, mi madre de Guinea Ecuatorial. Y nada, era un niño que vivía en Granollers y al que sus padres decidieron apuntarle a La Torreta, un equipo de ahí de Granollers. Y pues de ahí estuve 2 años y ya pues luego toda mi vida ha sido el Barça.
LAMINE was born in 2007. As a child, LAMINE could only play football in the park with kids his age or at home with his dogs, since his parents couldn't afford to enroll him in a football academy. However, the coach of FC La Torreta allowed him to play for free, and it wasn't long before he was recruited by La Masia. Since then, LAMINE has spent his entire career in Barça's youth system, where he was already looking up to Lionel Messi. It's incredible to think that in 2020, he was still playing football in the streets with his friends. Just 4 years ago, LAMINE transitioned from playing a 7-side football at La Masia to a 11-a-side, and by 2019, he was already being compared to Messi in La Liga Promises tournament.
LAMINE YAMAL tomando la responsabilidad, tira LAMINE, ¡qué golazo! ¡Qué golazo! ¡Gol! Pero qué clase tiene este chico. Pero vaya zurdo, gol mesiánico de LAMINE YAMAL.
It feels like LAMINE YAMAL has been playing in Barça's first team for a decade, but he joined the senior squad at just 15 years old under Xavi Hernández. At that age, most players are still playing in the youth categories at La Masia.
Sí, al final cuando yo subí me ayudó mucho, hablaba conmigo cuando al final era un chaval de la cantera que si él quería no tenía por qué darme bola, obviamente, pero él hablaba conmigo, se sentaba conmigo, preguntaba cómo estaba y me decía lo importante que era para el club cuando aún no había ni debutado. y nada.
However, in April 2023, Lamine made his debut in a match against Betis, becoming the youngest player to debut for Barca's first team before even making his debut for Barça B. And here's a fun fact: after debuting with the first team, Lamine made his Barça B debut under Rafa Marquez just a few days later, breaking the record for the youngest player to debut for Barça B. Honestly, it's wild. It should have happened the other way around. It didn't take long for Lamine Yamal to make history once again. He became the youngest player to score a goal in La Liga, finding the back of the net in a match against Granada during the 23-24 season. At just 16 years and 87 days old, Lamine set another record that highlights his incredible talent. That same season, this young sensation had already become an indispensable player for Xavi's Barça, proving that age is just a number when it comes to greatness. In September 2023, Lamine Yamal received his first call-up to the Spanish national team under Luis de la Fuente. This decision was not only strategic, aiming to secure his allegiance to Spain over Morocco, given his dual nationality, but also a recognition of his immense talent. And as expected, Lamine didn't disappoint. During a match against Georgia in the 44th minute, Lamine shattered two major records. He became the youngest Spanish player to debut for the national team at just 16 years and 57 days old. Moments later, he became the youngest Spanish player to score while wearing the national team's jersey. Both records previously belonged to his Barcelona teammate, Gavi, making this a symbolic passing of the torch within Spain's new golden generation. Fast forward to Euro 2024, and Lamine Yamal transformed from a promising talent into a full-fledged superstar. At only 16 years old, he dazzled in training sessions, leaving even seasoned players in awe. Spain's captain, Álvaro Morata, spoke about him in a press conference.
Tiene 16 años y parece que tiene 27, 28 años. Es una cosa alucinante porque la verdad es que es un chico súper maduro, un chico que tiene el futuro todo por delante y que es una realidad ya hoy en día de la selección española y del Barcelona.
Morata reflected on his first training session with Lamine Yamal, saying, "Honestly, I've never seen anything like it. I've never encountered a player like him. Just one training session was enough for me to realize he's different. He's one of those rare phenomena. It's incredible. Every 20 or 30 years, players like Cristiano and Messi emerge. For me, Lamine has everything needed to make history." It's astonishing to think that Lamine was only 16, nearly 17, during Euro 2024, yet he made us forget his age entirely. He became Spain's leader on the right wing and pivotal player for Luis de la Fuente's squad. Aside from the third group stage match against Albania, Lamine had a significant impact in every game of the tournament. In Spain's Euro opener, a 3-0 victory over Croatia, Lamine showcased his brilliance with a jaw-dropping assist to Dani Carvajal for the third goal. This moment was poetic. Lamine, at 16, assisting Carvajal, who is almost twice his age, for his first international goal. Lamine's influence continued into the round of 16 against Georgia, where he delivered another sensational assist, this time to Fabian Ruiz, in a dominant 4-0 win. The precision on the ball was stunning. It seemed as if Lamine had placed it with his hands, curving it perfectly for Ruiz, who didn't even need to jump to connect. Lamine Yamal continues to astonish with his seemingly effortless performances. He plays with the calm and confidence of a veteran, showing no signs of pressure, even on the grandest stages. In the quarterfinals, Spain faced Germany, the Euro 2024 hosts and tournament favorites. Once again, Lamine delivered, assisting Dani Olmo for Spain's first goal. It was another display of his remarkable decision-making. Lamine always seems to know the right play, the right time, and the perfect execution. His timing is impeccable. The semi-final against France, however, truly cemented his legacy in the tournament. Until that moment, Lamine hadn't scored in the competition. This time, the pressure was on, and even France's Adrien Rabiot attempted to rattle him with comments before the match.
Pero queremos sacarlo de su zona de confort y si que quiere jugar una final, pues va a tener que hacer más cosas todavía de las que ha hecho hasta ahora.
But Lamine's response was on the pitch. In one of the most challenging games of the tournament, he carried La Roja on his shoulders, delivering a crucial performance to push Spain to victory. His composure, creativity, and sheer brilliance were on full display. And of course, after the match, Lamine had a response for Rabiot.
Bueno, cuando metió gol, intentando salir del equipo, creo que lo más importante, no darle importancia siendo de fuera. Yo siempre digo que el destino cuál era jugar y pues nada, vamos a ir por el gol y por quizá al final.
Lamine Yamal's meteoric rise from prodigy to legend in the making. After his stunning performance in the Euro 2024 semifinals, even Rodri joined the conversation about this extraordinary young talent.
Yo le veo una madurez que no sé si he visto alguna vez, la verdad, y veo un potencial de un jugador.
Yamal continued to shine. delivering another outstanding performance in the final. His assist to Nico Williams for the winning goal was a perfect demonstration of his impeccable timing and decision-making. He came close to scoring several times, proving to be as decisive as ever. At just 17 years old, Lamine lifted his first major international trophy, a milestone that will go down in history. And if that wasn't impressive enough, throughout the tournament, Yamal balanced his footballing brilliance with his school's responsibilities. On a serious note, it's outstanding to think that someone so young played such a pivotal role in every match, whether through goal or assists. Rodri highlighted Lamine's all-around impact, saying, "I'm incredibly proud of him. People focus on the goals and the incredible moments he's delivering at just 16. You need immense quality to do that, especially in a semi-final. It shows what kind of player he is and the extraordinary future ahead of him. But we should also talk about his defensive work, the support he gives his teammates, how he closes spaces, and the energy he brings. His performance was complete, and I told him personally, hats off." Lamine Yamal is now a global sensation. After the Euros, he firmly established himself as one of the best wingers in the world. Even Lionel Messi couldn't help but praise a young star.
Yamil ahora que es muy joven y ya está jugando en el Barcelona y siendo protagonista y muy importante, seguramente esté peleando por alguno también. Y jugadores que van a ir apareciendo y van a ir saliendo porque siempre hay buenos nuevos jugadores y bueno, ahora creo que se viene una etapa muy linda para disfrutar desde afuera.
The rise also coincided with the resurgence of Barcelona.
I'm looking for a man in football, trainer, 5'10", blue eyes. Football, trainer, 5'10", blue eyes.
Hansi Flick, the mastermind behind Barca's revival. Hansi Flick arrived at Barca with the daunting task of continuing Xavi Hernandez's project, but he's done much more than that. He's revolutionized the team. After a disappointing stint with the German national team, Flick has completely transformed Barca in just 6 months. By mid-season, Barca had already surpassed half the goals they scored in the previous campaign, with a staggering 51 goals. Lamine Yamal has been instrumental in Flick's strategy. The team has already secured the Spanish Super Cup, marking Flick's first official trophy as Barca's coach. Sure, the Super Cup might not be the biggest prize, and Barca still faces challenges in the League and the Champions League. They currently sit third in La Liga, 6 points behind Atletico Madrid and 5 behind Real Madrid. In the Champions League, they're second in their group behind Liverpool and have qualified for the next round. But as we know, anything can happen in that competition. The Lamine phenomenon. Lamine Yamal's career is just beginning. While it's too early to predict if he'll win the Ballon d'Or, his trajectory is undeniable. With 15 goals and 21 assists in 74 matches for Barca, his impact goes far beyond statistics. He can change the course of a game with one move. We saw it in the Spanish Super Cup final, where he scored a goal that could be described as legendary, or at least the start of one. It's true, no football legend has had such a strong start to their career as Lamine Yamal. One of the most remarkable things about Lamine Yamal is his unwavering love for Barcelona.
Al final mi vida depende del fútbol y del Barça y pues espero estar con ellos toda mi vida.
His passion for the club shines even in playful moments, like when taking pictures with Real Madrid fans, where he cheekily covers their crest. Back to the field. Lamine has seamlessly adapted to Hansi Flick's system, and frankly, it's no surprise. His attributes, blistering speed, impeccable technique, intelligent dribbling, and game-reading ability make him a universal fit for any playing style. At just 17, he sees opportunities for passes, shots, and link-ups that even fans watching the game from the perfect camera angle wouldn't anticipate. Under Flick, Lamine has unleashed an unstoppable version of himself. What sets him apart isn't just his brilliance on the ball, but also his relentless work ethic. He doesn't wait for his teammates to recover possession or handle defensive duties. He actively contributes, embodying the modern forward. With Flick's direct and high-intensity system, Lamine thrives, especially with the support of a talented midfield featuring Marc Casado and Pedri. Their vision and ball control create a platform that allows Lamine to exploit spaces and execute his magic. Together, this trio represent a new era for Barca, a team with a perfect blend of youth, skill, and tactical discipline. Pedri, the midfield maestro, plays a pivotal role in Barcelona's resurgence, orchestrating the team's tempo and ensuring fluid ball circulation. His vision and movement movement open up crucial spaces for LAMINE YAMAL to shine. This season, under Hansi Flick's high-risk, high-reward system, Barcelona has scored an impressive 51 goals while conceding 22. The aggressive attacking style and high defensive line lead to some vulnerability but guarantee thrilling matches, with the team netting at least 3 goals per game. LAMINE's outstanding first half of the season. In just 23 matches, LAMINE has racked up 8 goals and 12 assists, a testament to his growing influence. More importantly, he delivered in the biggest games. Against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, he wreaked havoc on the German defense, showcasing his ability to dominate elite opponents. In the first Clásico of the season, he scored a stunning right-footed goal at the Santiago Bernabéu. In the Supercopa final, he scored an iconic goal reminiscent of Messi, highlighting his love for the big stage. The magic of LAMINE. LAMINE plays with joy and creativity, always looking to entertain and amaze. His audacious assists with the outside of his foot against Villarreal, Espanyol, and Mallorca are so impressive they deserve tutorials on FIFA.
L2 creo que es.
L2.
While his skills might seem flashy, they're never meant to show off or humiliate opponents. Instead, they're necessary tools to escape pressure and create opportunities. LAMINE himself credits his style to being a Neymar fan, even celebrating like the Brazilian star during the Supercopa.
Mi ídolo de pequeño ha sido Neymar.
Record breaker. LAMINE continues to shatter records with each game. In the 4-0 Clásico, he became the youngest player ever to score in the historic rivalry, earning praise even from Rüdiger.
Hopefully, stay healthy. He has a huge future in front of him. Like, the player he is already for them at 17 is quite scary. It's quite scary.
In the Champions League, he became the second youngest Barcelona player to score, with a phenomenal goal against Monaco. This places him just behind Ansu Fati. He also became the youngest player to win the Copa Trophy, an award for young footballers, meaning it will take a 14-15-year-old to surpass this record. It's impossible. And recently, with a Super Cup victory, he became the youngest player to win a Spanish Super Cup. At this rate, he's on track to break absolutely every major football record in the world. And my friends, naturally, with all these achievements, including 3 goals and 8 assists with the Spanish national team, comparisons with the man who helped bathe him as a newborn in 2007 are inevitable. But it's striking. Both are left-footed, with extraordinary technique, raised in La Masia, debuting at a young age in the first team, intelligent, fast, and goal scorers. I know, it would be ridiculous to compare LAMINE with Messi. It's impossible to compare the greatest footballer of all time with a 17-year-old who's just starting his career. Even LAMINE himself is aware of what it means to be compared to Messi.
Y que te comparen con él es algo increíble, pero yo creo que no tiene nada que ver porque al final es que es el mejor y no hay nadie que se le pueda comparar, y menos yo que acabo de empezar.
However, he doesn't deny that he would love to wear Messi's legendary number 10.
Desde muy pequeño llevo soñando, me acuerdo todas las Eurocopas que he visto con mi padre tumbado en la cama y pues es un sueño. Yo pensaba que iba a llegar más tarde, pero gracias a Dios pues ha llegado con 16 años y muy contento.
But now, just for fun, and as a curious fact, let's compare the stats of Messi and LAMINE YAMAL at 17 years old. This doesn't mean LAMINE YAMAL will surpass Messi. It would be unfair to compare their context. Besides, Leo had a career filled with victories and incredible moments that will forever be etched in football history. As for LAMINE, let's just say he hasn't reached that level yet, and we don't know if he ever will. But still, let's take a look at the numbers. At 17, Messi had 7 league appearances, scoring 1 goal, 1 Champions League appearance, 1 Copa del Rey appearance, 3 appearances for the Argentina senior national team during the South American qualifiers for the 26 World Cup, 7 appearances for the U20 national team at the 2005 U20 World Cup, scoring 6 goals and providing 2 assists. In terms of titles, we could only count the 2004-2005 La Liga Championship. Let's say these were fairly normal numbers for a promising 17-year-old during the 2004-2005 season. Now, let's look at LAMINE YAMAL's stats at 17 years old, already an established player in Barcelona's first team. In La Liga, LAMINE YAMAL has so far accumulated 54 appearances, scoring 10 goals and providing 17 assists. In the Copa del Rey, he has 1 appearance and 1 goal. In the Spanish Super Cup, he has 4 appearances and 3 goals, while in the Champions League, he boasts 15 appearances, 1 goal and 4 assists. For the Spanish national team, Lamine has recorded 17 appearances, 3 goals and 4 assists. When it comes to titles, Lamine already has 1 La Liga title, 1 Spanish Super Cup and 1 European Championship under his belt. Without a doubt, at 17 years old, Lamine Yamal surpasses Messi in terms of numbers. But let's remember, these are just numbers. What this shows us is that Lamine is a terrifying prospect because even a GOAT like Messi didn't achieve such feats at 17. However, this comparison is also inherently unfair. In the 2004 season, Messi didn't join the first team as Barcelona's savior, but as just another academy prospect. The starting lineup at the time featured players like Ronaldinho, Samuel Eto'o, Juli, and Larsen. In short, Barca didn't need Messi at that moment because the team already had players fully capable of covering his position. In contrast, today's Barcelona desperately needed a player like Lamine Yamal. With no veterans or players of the necessary quality and at an optimal age to play on the wings, the departure of Dembélé to PSG and Rafinha not yet on his prime left a gap. Lamine became the solution to the team's lack of standout wingers. That's why he has more matches, more goals, and better stats overall, because he is the standout player of the moment. His increased playing time naturally caught the attention of Luis de la Fuente. At just 17 years old, Lamine Yamal is currently one of the best wingers in the world. He has proven his talent in both domestic and international competitions and is undoubtedly making his case to one day be recognized as the best footballer on the planet. Recently ranked 8th in the Ballon d'Or, Lamine finds himself behind Lautaro Martinez, Mbappé, Haaland, Carvajal, Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. and Rodri. But Lamine Yamal has the potential to surpass each and every one of them. Let's break it down. Lautaro Martinez, while a fantastic striker, is inconsistent. He can deliver an outstanding season, but is equally prone to having a poor year. As for Kylian Mbappé, he's far from his best form. He's not even in the top 3 right now. A few years ago in Paris, he was a game changer who could decide matches on his own. However, he has yet to win major club titles, and if he doesn't improve this season, it will be challenging for him to solidify himself as the best in the world. Erling Haaland, despite being an incredible striker and a master finisher, lacks the ability to carry a team the way Lamine can. The Norwegian relies heavily on a playmaker to provide him with favorable passes or opportunities to finish. In contrast, Lamine Yamal not only creates his own chances, but also elevates the performance of those around him. Then there's Dani Carvajal, who earned a well-deserved 4th place in the Ballon d'Or rankings thanks to an exceptional season. However, Carvajal is the kind of player who delivers at a high level for one season and then struggles to maintain that consistency. Not to mention, he recently suffered a serious cruciate ligament injury and plays in a completely different position than Lamine. Now, let's take a look at the top 3. Jude Bellingham had an outstanding first season with Real Madrid, being decisive in key moments throughout the year. But recently, he hasn't had the same level of impact or consistency at Madrid, partly due to Ancelotti's tactical system. Vinicius Jr. is perhaps Lamine Yamal's closest competitor in terms of style and potential. However, the Brazilian's lack of humility, unprofessional behavior on the pitch, and tendency to over-dramatize situations distance him from what it truly means to be the best in the world. Finally, Rodri, who earned the Ballon d'Or with his stellar performance as a defensive midfielder, operates in a very different role than Lamine. While Rodri was incredible in his position, the question remains, can Lamine Yamal be better than all of them? Absolutely. In his role, Lamine possesses the talent and ability to surpass everyone ahead of him. His intelligence, precision, speed, technique, and most importantly, his mentality and values set him apart. Moreover, he's the kind of player who can change a game single-handedly. Maybe not next season, but very soon, Lamine Yamal will win the Ballon d'Or. If he continues at this level, there's no doubt he's on track to achieve incredible things. Lamine Yamal could have a truly extraordinary career.